Everything shattered, gone. The sale, gone. Stepping down, gone. 20 years of my life and everything I had left, gone. Gone. So what's it like being sued? Right? It was an 18-month investigation. They were cordial, by the way. That's the other thing. Let me get rid of some myths out there about the FTC. No, the FBI did not raid my offices. It was not dramatic. It was not TV worthy. I guess they used to. Maybe they have in the past. Maybe it depends on the level of your case. But mine was I got a FedEx package. Okay, now it's created massive PTSD. So don't ever hand me a FedEx package and run out the back door. But and I'm not joking, dude. Okay, so Frankie, listen to this. Okay, the same 18 months I got this stupid notice. Not the stupid notice. FTC, if you're listening, I love you. Sorry, it was a credible FedEx package from you.
Right, of course.
It was just very life altering there. I think it's fair to say. But then months after that, one of our key tenants that tenants some massive portion of our commercial properties went bankrupt. They got bankruptcy notice from them, came as a certified letter, which was disruptive. Then we got a notification from our bank that banks those properties. So that was a FedEx package. And then we got a notice from the state of Florida for one of our investment properties there about some violation. They were about to take our property because they had been sending notices to the property, but not to us where we don't live in Florida. I can tell you there's others too. So in the span of this 18 months, I have now come to a point where I'm like, literally my assistant knows this. I have said, if it's a FedEx package or if it's a certified letter, open that shit first and warn me. So I don't want it. Don't hand it to me, right? Like Iron Man has this thing. It's so funny. I love Iron Man, by the way. And in the first Iron Man, if you ever watch it, people try to hand him stuff, and his driver will be like, "Oh, he doesn't like being handed stuff." So like, I feel totally like that. I'm like, I don't like being handed mail. Like, I don't want to see it. It's always bad news that comes in certified letters and FedEx packages. But it was 18 months. It was the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my life. Imagine where hell goes when hell has been bad. That's where I was for 18 months. Okay, I'm going to give you one more analogy, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm looking you dead in the eyes, and I'm saying this, and I mean every word of it. I had a period of my life, long back, I was in the ICU for 92 days. I nearly died. I was getting 2 pints of blood transfused into me every day to stay alive. All right, this is linked to my Crohn's disease that we mentioned. I was laying flat. If they propped my bed up, even if they just propped my bed up, my heart rate would go to 180. I was so weak. So my legs deteriorated. My leg muscles were gone, right? You don't use it, you lose it. And so I was in a really shitty place. I eventually went to a 10-hour surgery that they said 50-50 if I wake up from again. I did wake up, but then 6 months later, needed another surgery. Another 2 months after that, 6 months, needed another surgery. So in the span of a year, I had 3 surgeries. I was in the ICU for 92 days. I nearly bled to death. I was la 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 la. You ready for the kicker? Being in investigation by the FTC for 18 months was worse than that year of my life.
Yeah. Especially you're
And I
probably
mean
1,000 times more stressed out where they're trying to take down something you built for 2 decades.
2 decades. So here's the other thing. You want to play the violin for me. I was 2 months away from selling the company. I was 39. I had a goal in my life. My biggest goal was to sell my business before the age of 40. I had taken 20 years to figure out how to build a publishing business that was sellable. It is the hardest business on the planet. I will not do it again. All right. It was the toughest one to hire for. I had hired all the right people. We had just dialed it in. I got my notice in May of 2022. May of 2022 was the first month we were set to break all of our records. April of 2022 is when my first daughter was born. My first child was born. May of 2022 was when the first month where my right hand was actually leading the business. All right. I came back 4 days after I came back from paternity leave. I get that notice. I had made a decision while I was away on paternity leave to, on my birthday, which was June 14th, so coming up, right, I was going to step down as CEO of the company. No one knew this. I was going to step down as CEO and make my right hand the CEO. I was going to go take a year. We were about to sell the company anyways. I was going to let my right hand shepherd the company through the sale and then go on to continue being the CEO after the sale. Big opportunity for him, big opportunity for my employees. Everyone was going to make a ton of money. I was super excited, super happy. Man, that FedEx package lands. I ripped that thing open. I pull out this document. Everything shattered, gone. The sale, gone. Stepping down, gone. 20 years of my life and everything I had left, gone. Gone. And now every morning waking up not knowing what the hell can happen. I was losing my mind. There was an incident once where outside of my office, I pulled up. There's an unmarked car. Okay. Do you know those cars that in the cop cars, the unmarked car, they got that light on the side that they use to flash? The shit had that. It had that light. I panic. I walk in. I'm staring at it through the window and I'm calling my wife and I'm like, they're here. They're here to get me. I think I'm going in. They're watching. I was like, what's going on with you? I said, they're watching. I said, if I disappear and you don't hear from me, call the lawyer. Let him know I'm in. I call my lawyer. He finally calls me back. I'm like, hey, man, they're watching. He's like, calm down. Hold on a sec. What are you talking about? No, they're not. That's not how this works. I'm like, I'm telling you, they're outside. Like, I'm freaking out, man. This is like 4, 5, 6 months in. This is where your head goes. You start going crazy.
Yeah.
Turns out, so I'm asking my front desk person, I'm like, have you seen this car? She's like, yes. I was like, well, keep an eye on it. I want to know what it is. The building maintenance guy decided to go to a car auction the week before and bought himself a nice Crown Victoria for $5,000. Ex-cop car, ex-undercover cop car. And when that happened, I started laughing. I said, damn, I'm really losing my mind.
Yeah.
Right? But there would be periods of time, Frankie, for 2 weeks, 2 months, where you don't hear anything. But at the same time, I can't build my business because my lawyers are like, keep this out. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do this. Bills are flying in. I had to let go of 80% of my team. Bills are flying in. I still got to do this. I got my child at home. I'm my father. Then my wife got pregnant with our second. I'm like, holy shit. It was to say stress. I never had white hair. Half my head is white now. Like, it's crazy, right? So why do I share this? Why do I go on this rant? Because please just clean up your shit, guys. Please.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. It just isn't. No matter what money you're making right now, I promise you. Now, the next thing, a lot of you people that are watching, oh, I'm too small, Anik. You were doing 40 million. Man, I can name case after case. So there's one case that my partner on this book, and now in my whole campaign to bring the good news of compliance to the world, as I jokingly say, Greg Christiansen told me he had a client once. The settlement was a watch. They took a watch. It's like a $5,000 or something watch. Guys, they don't care. You can come under the size of your business doesn't matter. Here's a second myth. So the first myth was that the FTC is ruthless and hardcore and horrible and bad humans. They're not actually. They never got on the phone and said, we're going to end your life and destroy you. No, but that's what they say, hi. And I say, oh my God, they're going to end my life, right? It's your own brain takes this on. But they were actually getting extensions and did all that. But they were thorough. They got on stuff. And it was crazy because they could twist something, right? So you did something, you said something. It's like, hi, Frankie, how are you? You're like, oh, why are you asking? You have devious plans? You're going to do something bad today? Why you want to know how I am? It's like, whoa, dude, I just, like, why are you twisting this, right? But everything could get twisted. The second myth is that the FTC comes and takes your money because that's how the government funds itself. So I've heard people be like, oh, stupid Biden, he just wants your money to fund the government. Actually, that's a myth. Every penny of what I give the FTC will be rerouted back to customers. They don't keep any of it. So whatever money and time and energy they spent is actually money out of the government's pocket. None of this gets kept by the government unless it's completely unclaimed. Even then, they try really hard to claim it and give it back to whoever. So my customers will have a chance to file for their portion of it. And if only 5 people file, then they're going to spread the two, and they're going to give full refunds and hold on to it and try to ask more people. So they don't keep it. They try not to. So your size is irrelevant. They're not profiting from this. So it's not like they want to come after you only if you're big. You could be the top affiliate, the top something, or the top contributor, or the top so-and-so of another company that comes under investigation. So my investigation took 2 more people down with it. 2 of our experts got named in the suit as well. Single-handedly, they weren't that big. On their own, they weren't that big, but because they were linked to me. So there's a lot of ways. So please clean up, organize it. Get your stuff, get your shit in order because it's just not worth it. It was absolute hell. Now, real quick, and we can talk more about the specifics, but what I decided to do with it, 6 months into the case, I'm like, what the hell, man? I'm learning so much by watching and observing. They don't tell you anything. I don't know why I came under investigation. I have no reason, specifics. But I started tuning in and listening. So I was like, well, what are they asking? Where are they focusing? What are my lawyers asking? Because that's the other thing, guys. I love lawyers, but no, I don't. No. That's a lie. Lawyers, they just answer like lawyers. You don't get straight answers from them. But you know what? You want to learn from a lawyer? Listen to the questions they ask you. Yeah. Listen to the responses to the questions. If you ask them a direct question, hey, is it okay if I say this? Oh, good luck. Good luck. But say it and see what they say back. That's how you're going to find out. So I did 18 months of this and I started learning a bunch of stuff and I'm like, holy crap. I did not know that. 21 years in the industry, one of the pioneers, one of the leaders. If I don't know it, how many others don't? So all of a sudden I was reflecting on the whole turn your mess into your message, or Ed Milet says, turn your best customer is the person you used to be. And I was like, shit, maybe I need to turn this into thing. Maybe I need to teach people this. And the next thing I knew, my legal bills for compliance checks were insane and out of control. So I ended up building an app, a legit app that can scan, copy and calls and listen to all the calls and tell you when things aren't compliant so that it could be reviewed and not have to spend 30 grand a month, getting my copy reviewed with attorneys. Yeah. So I found myself in this world, man. And so now I'm teaching compliance.
Guys, if you like this video, you're also going to want to grab some free bonuses, which you can get at our website, Beyond Agency Profits. To make it easy for you, I've put the links to it in the description of this video, as well as pinned in the top comment. And we've got a couple of awesome things. This is what you'll get after you sign up. You get some of our best training, how we're closing clients over Loom videos, how we sometimes sign clients that is not a misprint for under $5 US, how to demonstrate your value in like amazing ways, trainings, how to have your clients write the best copy of your life, how we're closing without phone calls, campaigns that we've generated for clients that have done over $100,000, as well as scripts you can use to get conversations going with clients in under 10 minutes. All you got to simply do is go there, enter your name and email address, and then this is what you'll see on the other side. So if that's interesting to you, make sure to click the links below, and I will see you on the other side.